Steve, in the realm of recovery from a cyber attack, there's you guys have always been strong in this. There's an especially strong tool that you have done some really good work in to make available to small and mid-sized companies. That for the most part only giant companies can get, but they can get it through you. What is that?
Yeah, that's actually a good point. There is a technology that we're leveraging in our environment that's validated by Pure Storage and Cisco Systems, and it's a turnkey piece of enterprise hardware, network switching, storage servers, compute servers, and it's really intended for like carrier grade, like Fortune 100 type companies,
Mm.
um, and it's incredibly performant. It works amazing. It's very uh, it's really some of the it's the best solution in my opinion when it comes to cloud infrastructure and storage and just maintaining uptime. And it's a FlashStack, and it's been around for maybe 12 or 13 years or so, and we were one of the first adopters of the technology because we were experiencing significant trouble expanding our desktop as a service platform, and we hit a lot of performance issues, and all of our vendors were not really taking ownership of the issue and the problem because our workload was so unique.
Mhm.
Um, Now these workloads are much more mainstream, and we've been using this solution for so long, but it's really out of reach for almost everyone just because of the cost. So, as a part of our cloud service provider model, we are giving customers just enough slice of this platform that they need, and they gain all the benefits without having to, without having to do all the investment and all the legwork that they would normally do. Like if I had one client that had to invest in this platform, it would be $1 million bill of material, right? And whether they need five servers or 5,000, that's the foundation of what they need. They'll have to spend it. So by offering this as a product and then wrapping kind of like our data protection and our expertise along with it, it's really quite a unique offering, and it's been around for a while. And I definitely am trying to convey that these small to medium businesses have like the Fort Knox of cloud.
So if they access this through you, what should they expect to receive? How does the service actually function that they'll notice?
Well, the first part would be a lot of times we will bring in workloads that are coming from different environments into
Mm.
ours. So,
Okay.
for example, if a customer is using an EMR system for their medical practice, we had this happen. We migrated a customer, and we cut off, we transferred all their data and their servers into our environment, and immediately everyone in the company knew that something had changed because all of a sudden their reports, their scheduling, all their systems that they're using on a daily basis just ran incredibly fast.
Mhm.
And these are medical professionals, working in a terminal somewhere, and that terminal is connecting to all that infrastructure that we're managing and keeping running. So, uh, you know, from a very uh, from a very localized standpoint, that's going to be your first take on it. And then as the relationship and as the environment grows, and as they continue to onboard more services with us, the uptime and the ability to have experts on demand is really gonna. It's one of those things that you don't necessarily see on day one, but
Mhm.
when you have a problem and you have a team like us behind it, it gets solved.
And there was one detail that you mentioned to me that I thought was worth highlighting in this conversation because everybody will tell you, yeah, we're going to guarantee your uptime. But there's an element of this that's described as immutability,
Mhm.
and it really makes it stand out. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, absolutely. Pure Storage has really been a pioneer and the first vendor to do this, but um, there's a mechanism in their storage platform in which data is taken. It's almost like taking a snapshot or backup of the environment, like a picture of it, and it's done on a frequent regular interval. And then if you want to delete that data, like if you were a threat actor, you want to delete any chances of your customers, I'm sorry, any chances of your
Your
potential
your
payoff,
your target.
your
Yeah.
target, yeah, to be to have data that they can recover from. So the first thing they do is they paint a target on the customer's backups and snapshots and other ways of that's really blocking their payday, their ransom. So the technology that Pure Storage rolled out, and this was before the era of deep fakes and AI and all this other stuff, was immutable snapshots that actually require two people from the company that are running the storage. So that would be us, and then a Pure Storage a technical engineer on the call. We have like launch codes that we give them over a one-to-one Zoom call. They validate the codes and then they decide if it's okay to delete the snapshot or not. So we need two people internal in the company, and then you need the storage vendor, and all that has to validate. Otherwise, they can't delete it. It's immutable.
So I'm a cyber attacker. I
Hmm.
get into your system. All
Yeah.
right. I mean, there's the data. Okay. And I'm going to go do what I do, which is I'm going to delete your data because that's how I'm going to hold you hostage. Right.
Yeah.
And like, but
Yeah.
it won't go away. Why not? Because I don't have those codes. I don't have another person to do it simultaneously. I don't have them. I'm like, I can't
Yeah.
do it. Listen, UBX Cloud clients, if you are one, this means they can't get you either because there's no hacker that knows how to get around this.
Yeah.
And you now don't have to be a gigantic corporation to afford it. You just have to give Steve a call.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
So give
simple as
Steve,
that.
so give Steve a call.